What is up, babes? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't been here in so long. It's only been a week. Yo, can you guys believe I've been doing this for almost 2 months and I've been consistent every week? I'm so proud of myself. Do you guys think I was gonna be that consistent or not? Because honestly, I didn't think I was gonna be this consistent this fast. But gracias a Dios, I've been doing everything that I love to do and I love to show you guys. So, I hope you guys have loved it as much as me. But on today's vlog, I'm actually doing two things. Actually, three. Number one, I have my Starbucks. And in case you haven't tried this, I'm gonna leave my order linked right here. Number two, I'm actually going to be decorating everything you guys see back here. I'm gonna do it into spooky vibes because you guys already know or should know by now that I love Halloween and I want to start doing more content in here with you guys. So I want it to be like in the season, spooky season. A ver cómo me sale, right? And number three, I'm actually going to be telling you guys a story time, something crazy that happened to me a long time ago, which I have said it, I think, once on the live before, but today we're gonna go in and I'm gonna tell you guys everything. So stay tuned and I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, wait. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You guys, I had so many viewers on some of my last videos and I'm like, oh my God, some of my last videos are even hitting almost 100K. And I think right now I'm around 16K subscribers if I'm not mistaken. So help me get to 20, please. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. And if you guys don't have a YouTube account, it's basically your Google account. Your Google account is your YouTube account, so you guys can just log in and subscribe. So all right, first things first is I'm gonna move everything out. Alright guys, so from the age of 11, I used to be at my parents' store helping them every single day after school. I would do things like restocking, taking inventory, and sometimes even on the cash register. I know you guys are probably thinking, what? Since the age of 11, you were on that cash register? But yes, you guys, I was trained to do this. I already knew how to take debit, credit cards. I already knew how to give people back change. I knew all of the ins and outs to all of my mom's stores because she trained me very well. I'm not gonna lie. So after a few years, it ended up just being my dad and I at one of the locations because my mom used to actually go to her other locations to run those other stores. And by this time, I was already around 13 years old. My role at that point was to be on the register full time. So basically every day after school, I would go to my parents' store and be there until they closed, like around 9 o'clock at night. I was on the register. My dad was in the back, probably like the carnicero, whatever people needed in the back, from carne to deli meats, just any random things, 12 packs or whatever the case is, my dad was the one doing that, right? One weekend, I actually remember my mom being there. One weekend, we're super busy. My mom was the one cashing checks, doing the envío. She had a huge line. My dad was, in the back being the carnicero and whatnot, and I was at the register. Like, we see everybody that walks in because the register area has a good view of the people that walk in. So I saw somebody walk in, no big deal, right? People walk in all the time. And next thing you know, 5 seconds later, there's a gun pointed at me and at my dad. Yes, you heard right, 2 guns. One was pointed at my dad, one was pointed at me. And it was basically this guy coming in to rob us at gunpoint. He then proceeded to tell all the customers that were already there to get on the floor and look down. He told my dad to get on the floor and look down too. And then he also told me to get on the floor and look down as well. I don't know why, but I didn't pay attention. That was during my age where I was like, you're not going to tell me what to do. Even if you had a gun pointed at my head, like, you're not going to do nothing. I don't know why I had that feeling like this guy was not about that life. I know that might sound so dumb, or I don't know if it's that I froze or I don't know what happened, but I just literally stood there. He didn't say nothing to me no more, I guess because he noticed after the fact that I was young. And he proceeded to throw a duffel bag at my mom and tell her to throw all the money in there. Mind you, my mom, with the area that she was working in, was literally right next to me. So I can see everything she was doing on my side of the counter. He couldn't see it because he was on the other side of the counter. So anyways, back to my mom. I see her throwing all the money in there, and all of a sudden I see her stop. stop, and she was kind of like thinking for a second. And all of a sudden, I see her start taking all the money back out. Remember, the gunsman was not at eyes view. He could not see what she was doing behind the counter. So I see her throwing all the big bills out and just leaving like the ones in there. So I was acting like I didn't see nothing, whatever. The guy by this point, he was starting to freak out because he had been at the store for a little longer than expected. And I think there was people that he could see about to walk in. So he tells my mom, give me the bag, give me the bag. My mom throws the bag back at him and he runs out the door. You guys, as soon as he ran out that door, my dad jumped over the carniceria, yelled at my mom to give him the gun, but he grabbed the gun, he runs out the door. Mind you, all the customers that were in there run after this guy with my dad. You might be thinking, what? That's badass. But yeah, you guys, we literally knew everybody in that neighborhood. So all the customers that were there have been coming to my mom's store and still go to my mom's store to this day. I remember seeing my dad running after this guy, and I remember it being like 20 people running after this guy, you guys. So after like a minute or so, I can literally see the whole way that they were running. You guys, he ended up living at a house that was directly parallel to the store, but about 4 streets down. After this point, I really don't know specifically what happened because by this point, I stayed back at the store. The cops got there and everything. They were asking us questions and whatnot. But from what my dad told me, as soon as that guy ran into his house, he locked the door. My dad wasn't going to go in there because by this point, we don't know what that guy's up to. We don't know if he has more firearms in there. We don't know anything. So my dad stays back with everybody in the neighborhood backing him up. By this point, like I mentioned, the cops were already there. Tell me why at least 5 minutes later, I kid you not, there was literally them huge black trucks that get to like bank robberies and stuff that open the back door and the SWAT team comes out. It literally looked like a movie scene. There was a helicopter, there was cop cars, everything. And from my understanding, that's what they usually do whenever there's an armed robbery. Llegan con todo. What ended up happening is they finally get this guy out the house. They search the house up and down. They only found like $200 in there because remember, whenever my mom took everything out, she only left like $200 in there. So this guy went through all that for $200. He ended up being in jail, if I'm not mistaken, for like 10 years and then got deported. But yeah, you guys, that was the saddest part, the fact that it was our own raza that did that. Later on, he even wrote us a letter from jail being sorry, telling my mom, hey, I'm so sorry I did that. I hope your daughter doesn't get any trauma from this. I'm so sorry. He kept saying in the card, I just got here from Mexico and I started doing drugs. So I was on drugs when I did that because any other time I would have never done that. But yeah, guys, that is the story of when I got a gun drawn to my face at the age of 13. And you guys might be thinking, are you scared to this day? Did you get any type of like trauma, any trauma from there? Honestly, no, I have no trauma. I feel like my parents handled it well. The guy got caught, so it's not like I was fearing for my life. It's not like he was like, I'm gonna come looking for you, you know? None of that happened, thankfully. Let me know if you guys have ever gone through something crazy down below in the comments. I wanna read it. I wanna read it because I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people have had some crazy experiences in their lifetime. But yeah, you guys, all right, now it's time to show you guys the room. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, this is what I got so far. I know what you're thinking. It doesn't even look that crazy yet, but there's still a few things that I'm missing that I have to go buy in order to make it look more spooky vibes. But let me show you guys how it's gonna go from this to this. Sheesh! Check it out. So basically right here, what I'm missing is like a little scary mesh that goes underneath all of this and like some spider webs I'm gonna put everywhere. All of these things, these are candles that they need batteries. This needs batteries. That needs more candles, batteries. So whenever all those turn on, I feel like it's gonna look more of a vibe, right? But my mission for this room is basically for this. So it's basically for whenever I want to do any YouTube content, whenever I want to go live with you guys at night or whatever the case is for the month of October. This is going to be my backdrop. This is going to be the vibes, and I am freaking obsessed with it. I really, really like it. It turned out way better than I expected. For it to be super last minute, super random, super like, oh, let me just buy a few things. I feel like that looks badass. Oh, wait, I just realized it. Not that you guys care, but I did buy these little uplights. There's only one connected right now, but there is going to be more. So, para que se mira así, like back there. However, we do need to buy more extension cords. But yeah, you guys, let me know down below. What do you guys think? Are you guys scared? Would you guys come hang out with me up here or what? Manto's aquí, sitting down with my Chucky. These are not part of the vibes. These are just cute, so I want to start for now. But yeah, let me know down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Are you guys scared? Would you guys never? I literally sleep upstairs. Y aquí está esta, right next to my bedroom. Y no pasa nada, you guys. I know you're not a part of Lily Bay channel, but what do you think about this?
Well, I think it's badass because when you go on live and whatnot, it's gonna show badass, and you're gonna be in the spirit of Halloween.
Sheesh.
Mostly once October hits, you're gonna try to be up here, like
Yeah.
when you get back from Guadis or whatever.
And my trips.
And your trip. So yeah, it's gonna be badass.
But yeah, babes, I hope y'all enjoyed this little mini story time plus me decorating my beauty room because I super enjoyed it. I have been wanting to do this for a while now and it finally happened. So stay tuned for more. I'm super excited to create more content in here and we'll see you on the next vlog. Bye!